there was a forum post recently, which basically it was from somebody who wasn't getting the business, the same person, and this person, this VA, has immense potential, enormous potential, and since the beginning, I felt that, you know, you've had a business for quite a while before coming on TVAA, and when you went on TVAA, things changed for you in terms of your confidence and your, you know, everything like that. But the most important thing from the final module of TVAA is that you absolutely must be consistent. You absolutely have to have a strategy, and you have to follow it through, and you have to follow it through in every detail. Now, when I started doing the coaching and the training, there was various factors which made me decide that I was going to go and add this on as a secondary part of my business. But one of the main things that I wanted to do is I wanted to stay on my game. My own business, VMF Limited, hasn't really been going that long. It's now a multi-six-figure company just from the virtual assistant services that I do and having a multi-VA team. And I don't have to go out actively looking for clients, and this is what VAs, I think, you know, kind of struggle with, is they think that they're going to always have to look for clients, and you don't. The more clients that you take on, the less you'll have to go out and find them and look for them, because eventually they'll just come. And I was kind of at a stage in my business where people were just referring other people to me, people were finding me through social media, through Google, and now the business just comes in. But I wanted to have a channel or another way of helping VAs, and to stay on my game with helping VAs, knowing myself that I have the ability to go out and get a client like that. And when you're a new VA, when you're a brand new VA, you have no clients, you've done no business, you've not tested anything in your business, the best thing that you can do for your business is take that first client and start beta testing your business. You need to start beta testing like people beta test products or services or anything like that. And if you have to maybe drop your rate, which I know is something that you've been considering, I don't see that there is a problem with that, especially when you're doing nothing. Doing something is better than opposed to doing absolutely nothing. So start going out there and start finding clients. And I wanted to kind of prove to you guys that this is absolutely possible. What I've done in the past is I've shown you the techniques of how you need to go out and generate the leads and then convert them into clients. But on Monday, a couple of days ago, I did an exercise, and I wanted really, I guess, to prove to myself that my technique still worked, and to also prove to you guys that it works. So a couple of days ago, I actually sat down and I went on Twitter, and I found and secured a client within maybe a couple of hours of sitting there on Twitter. I've kept all the tweets, the messages. I went out, I searched for him using the tutorial. I've kept all the tweets and messages, so you can actually see how I did it, how it all happened within a very short space of time. And you know, immediately from Twitter he emailed my company, and yeah, Philip would love to see that. Yeah, it's really that easy. But you absolutely have to be willing to kind of, as virtual assistants, we kind of like to wear hats. We like to wear hats in terms of we want to keep up appearances in our business. We want to say, you know, like, a lot of people have problems with like the offshore VAs because they're charging much lower rates, and you know, there's this kind of divide between the offshore and onshore. And a lot of people think if they kind of sell themselves short a little bit by reducing their rate or offering a discount or a launch offer, then that's going to be detrimental to their business and they're not going to take on good clients. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. And I'm not saying that, you know, every single person who, you know, wants a discount or asks for a discount or says, you know, I can't really afford that rate. I'm not saying that every single person is a good client. They're not. But with this exercise, with what I do, with finding the clients, I look at the person. I mean, what they've tweeted about. This particular guy, he tweeted about a problem he was having. He could not find. He was looking at on Twitter and Google and, you know, directory sites and things like that. And he basically said, the tweet was, and you'll see it on Monday on the post, that he could not find a good virtual assistant. He needed just a small amount of work done, and he could not find a good virtual assistant who charged anything less than a monthly retainer, and was willing to actually tell him the price of the work. So he was just like, God, all I want is a virtual assistant, please, you know, why is it so difficult? Why can't somebody help me? And I just saw this tweet and I thought this guy has potential. So I went and I looked at his website, I looked at his Twitter account, I looked at the interaction that he was having with other people, and I looked at his photo of his face. And instinctively I knew, you can tell by looking at people and looking at people's eyes, that he was actually quite a nice guy and he just kind of needed help. So I tweeted back, I said, you know, look, I'm a VA, take it easy. I said, take it easy. What is it that, you know, need doing? Just email me. Anyway, we had a bit of a conversation. He was very defensive at first, because he was like, literally, I just want a small amount of work done. Can I, you know, do you charge by the month, or do you do this? So it's all about being flexible. It's about reading people, looking at the individuals and looking at the individual people. And as it turns out, this guy was very unhappy with virtual assistants, very frustrated. During the Twitter thing that was going on, I think we maybe tweeted about 3 or 4 times, and he already during that time recommended me to somebody else on Twitter. We've never had a conversation, but just my manner and just by the fact that I was willing to help him when nobody else was, he'd already recommended me to somebody else, fully knowing what my rate was, etc. So you can't always judge a book by its cover. You have to go out there and you have to read people. You need to get that kind of instinct within you, like, just help people. I wasn't scouting for business or anything like that. Anyway, it went on. A few tweets, 1 or 2 emails between each other. He came back to me. He would have hired me immediately, but I wanted to pass this on to another VA, which I did. So that's how it's done. And everyone has said that they want to see the post, so you'll see it on Monday. You'll see the process that I went through, and I literally set my mind to it. I set my mind to it on Twitter, and I was like, I'm going to find a client. And when you're a new VA, you've got a new business, you have 0 testimonials for a start. If you've never worked with any clients before in your own business, I mean, I know some of you work with offline clients, which is fine, you can use those testimonials, but if you're starting out as a brand new VA, you have no testimonials from anybody, and this is going to be a struggle for you, because people like proof, social proof of what you've been doing. And sometimes, if that is the case, you kind of have to bite the bullet, and you have to say, right, in order to get the testimonial, in order to test my processes, because if you've never had a client as well in your VA practice, you've never tested your processes, your systems, your procedures, which I'm really mega on. My business is very systematic, so it's really, really important to get those bigger, higher paying clients. You have to have some sort of experience yourself about dealing with people. And it's not just, to get a testimonial. It's about that confidence that you're going to have in yourself and within your own business from dealing with somebody, anybody, even if it's just, you do some work with a friend or something like that. Just having that confidence, knowing that you've tested your systems, that they work, that you've dealt with somebody, that you've dealt with a client and VA relationship. It's really, really important that you can just go out and do that. So just go out, grab a client and just start working. And believe me, once you do that, you will find other people come. And like I say, it's all there, the proof is all there. Within moments of me talking to that guy, calming him down a little bit, saying, look, you know, just tell me what you want. I might be able to help you. I have connections. I know people. Just by doing that, he already came back and confirmed that, yes, I'm interested. What do we do? And really, that's the best thing you can do. And if you have to work, if you're a brand new VA and you have to work for a slightly cheaper rate than you want to, just to get that first client in and just to get that business going, all you need to do is say that it's a launch offer. You know, you don't normally work for that rate, but you've just launched your business, you're a new VA, and as a thank you for, you know, testing out my services, this is why you get this rate. But it's not forever. Unless you want to make it forever, it's your business. But things don't have to be set in stone, and they don't have to be forever. And sometimes you just kind of have to be flexible. And by being flexible within your business and by looking at the individual as opposed to just, you know, going out there and, you know, trying to get business and sell things all the time, I think you're going to have, you know, a little bit more luck. And I literally got this client, secured this client from his email to me, which I then passed on to the other VA. Yeah, I was able to secure some business in next to no time at all. So I hope that's going to help you on Monday on the blog virtualassistant-live.com. But with regards to anything else, I mean, lack of customers, you know, I can't stress enough, you just have to start doing business. Don't, like, you know, do what we were saying before, you know, go and sell yourself for $5 an hour unless you absolutely want to and you absolutely want the business. You know, you need to work with a certain type of people, and a client profile is essential because you don't want to be working with the wrong people, because you will have a miserable life. But like I say, I looked at this guy, I looked at his face, I looked at his interaction with other people, and he was actually a really nice guy. He was just frustrated with the situation. Nobody was willing to help him. He didn't really know what he was doing. I think a lot of VAs maybe would have been slightly offended by his tweet, but sometimes, you know, it's just nice to kind of find out the root cause of why they're being like that, or, you know, why they're so upset. So read people, look at people. You know, business is business, absolutely. You have to be very systematic in your approach to working with people, but your approach to finding clients and finding leads, it's not about I'm going to find the client. You need to go out there and find connections. Those connections are what is going to build your business, just by working, talking, interacting, putting yourself out there.